What's up, investors? It's your favorite investor, and this video we're gonna go over some of my trading losses from this last week, and I think a little bit before then. Like I told you guys, this is a weekly video series, and I just want to show you guys my losses, be completely transparent with you guys. I told you guys before, everybody on YouTube always wants to be the best trader, but you don't become the best trader by learning about your wins. You become the best trader by avoiding losses, figuring out why you lost, and figuring out how to make better trades. So the first two setups that I have on here are LabD and XBI, and we'll pretty much just be going over those, and I'll show you guys exactly my thought process, why I wanted to take these trades, what I saw, and what went wrong. This was actually one of those trades where I kind of got caught flip-flopping around, and this trade would have worked out had I just stayed patient. So I want to show you guys what I was thinking, what happened, and have you guys understand that being patient in these markets is one of the best things that you can do, especially in this market where it's been kind of range bound. We've had huge runs, we've had huge drawdowns, and we have a lot of talks about rate policies and stuff like that. So that's what we're gonna go over in this video. If y'all haven't yet, make sure y'all like and subscribe for more investing content. I do put out videos about swing trading, and I'm also a dividend investor, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the future content. So as you can see here, we have LabD and XBI pulled up. LabD is the inverse 3x of the biotech sector, and biotech has honestly been on a crazy run since about the end of October. So I have been on a few plays here where I caught some pretty big gains. I took the play here on Tuesday, October 31st. This was a pretty quick gain. I took the play going down, then I was able to catch another bounce going up. Now here is where I kind of messed things up, right? This is November 16th, and the reason I'm showing you guys this on the XBI chart is because I base all of my trades on XBI. I might trade triple leverage, but I always base it on the actual ticker itself that is the underline that it's following. I just feel like that's a lot more accurate. So around this time here, I had seen that we had bounced off of this support level quite a few times. So I was thinking, hey, we'll probably end up doing the same thing. So I'm just gonna draw this line out here for you guys really quick. And when I saw this here, I was thinking, okay, this huge wick candle right here, it wicked off of this support that we bounced below from a couple of times. So I think that it's gonna bounce again from that level, right? Using it as resistance. Now, as I'm looking at this, that's not what ended up happening. I ended up getting some follow through, and I took it here on this candle, which was my entry. Now, I ended up getting this huge green candle reversing to the upside, and at this point I was like, oh snap, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have been long. And so you can kind of see where I was over here, basically following the same thing. This is the 200 EMA, and you can see that we had a nice little bounce up from it on the triple inverse side. So it kind of gave me some confluence on that side, and this is where I took my trade. I set up for an easy one-to-one trade, and this trade did not work out in my favor. It actually ended up flipping down, and I ended up getting stopped out. I think that ended up being a loss of about $41.04. I only had about 18 shares, so nothing too crazy. And then once I saw that, I had some capital on the sideline, and I was like, okay, well, this might be the time to go long. My problem was that I went long on this candle right here. I went long on this large green candle that I had reversed. Now, some of you guys that are new to the channel don't know, but I usually like to see these kind of setups here where price is ranging, and all of a sudden we break out from that price point. So you can kind of see here the purple square, price is ranging from there, and here we finally get the breakout that is my entry signal to take this to the upside. My issue was that since I entered on this candle, when I saw all of this price wicking and I saw this candle reject from the price 75.20, I ended up taking my winnings down at 73.80. So I didn't recoup the losses that I had gained on LabD. Now when I trade this, I had traded this on the ticker symbol LabU, which is the triple inverse to the positive side. I ended up taking my profit somewhere around here when I saw that it was when the price was rejecting. Now I could have used that 7 EMA as a trailing stop, but I didn't end up doing that. Ended up getting a gain of about $23. Not what I was looking for. This should have been a huge trade. Taking this about, let's say, one to one, 1 to 2 is usually what I look for. Would have been a fantastic gain somewhere around this level of resistance that had been spotted before. And it would have been a fantastic trade had I just stayed patient. So I ended up getting into my own head. I had flip-flopped so much in this range right here that when I finally started getting the breakout, I didn't realize I was a part of a breakout trade. So as I'm sitting here talking to you guys, what I really needed to do was just stay patient. You know what I mean? And relax, right? I found my setup. I knew where I was. I know that we're approaching a spot where price is now starting to form a range from, and I just need to figure out if it's going to break up to the upside or to the downside. So the next trade that I do want to talk to you guys about was a trade on CELH, or better known as Celsius Holdings, one of the hottest stocks this year. I mean, look at this thing. It's been running insane the entire year, and you know, I finally wanted to dip my toes. So I don't have it drawn up here, but I will go over to my swing trade log sheet, and I ended up taking the trade at 52.74 on 11:20, right? So 11:20, that's on this big candle. I took it at 52, we'll just put it right here, 52.56 or whatever. Usually that's going to be my stop loss, and I was thinking of getting a 1-to-1, 1-to-2 trade. So pretty simple. Had I taken that there, I just saw the huge bullish momentum that day, and as I was looking at the charts, I was like, man, you know what, this is a pretty good spot to take a position in. We have bounced from price here before, actually twice before, and so I thought it could do it a third time. My issue was when I saw price starting to chop in this area right here, right? It ended up making this high here, but it never closed below here. So I said, hey, if we end up getting that close down below there, I think this thing can continue to move to the downside. And that ended up happening. So I ended up only taking a loss of $22.03. I ended up closing out at 50.51, which is basically right here. 50.50. So basically on this large candle here, I was like, man, you know what, this trade doesn't look good. I'm gonna take this. I'm out. Basically the EMA 7 is starting to curl back on me, and it doesn't really look like that great of a setup. So I kind of figured price was going to continue to chop around this range, and now I'm kind of left with the dilemma where I get a bearish candle and a huge bullish engulfing candle, which is technically another setup. And at this point, I don't have the capital to allocate towards this trade because I am currently in something else. I've logged those trades, and if we win or lose those, I'll definitely be making a trade on those. So make sure y'all sub up to the channel so y'all don't miss any of the future content. But now I'm left with the dilemma of this is an even better setup than what it was over here, because now we've gotten 2 rejections off of this side. We've gotten a nice wick to the downside with the bullish candle. I love seeing those kinds of setup, and I think that this can formulate into a nice 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 trade for some gains. So those are pretty much some of the trades that I closed out this week. Some of my L's this week. It was a pretty nice week. We had some nice gains. We're getting some nice dividends from JetQ and things like that. So if you haven't yet, I do have a video on JetQ, and I will be making a future video on JetQ to tell you guys if I think that it's a good time to buy JetQ and whether I'm buying JetQ at the moment. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some value from it. I hope you guys learned something from it. As always, it's your favorite investor. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.